Guten Tag. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. I think I got something on the camera. Ugh. Anyway, maybe that's clear. My friend says to me today, yeah, I had a clip up on YouTube about, intrusive, narcissistic parents who you're trying to go no contact with them, but they're just rude and they're just intrusive, and they call you up, and you're like, you're almost 40 years old, or you are 40, or you're 50 years old, or you're 60 years old, and they're just your mom calls you and is like, yeah, why can't you do this, and oh my god, can't you do, why are you so, and you're just like, because it's none of your business, mom. And then then she flips out, curses you out, and hangs up, and then you try to talk about it on a video, like, man, I've been dealing with this narcissistic mother and mom. Well, anyway, this person had just really realized after many, many, many decades that the mother was, I mean, this is what happens to us all. It takes us usually a really long time to realize that our mothers or our fathers or both were narcissists and were emotionally abusive towards us. And that's why we have not maybe not no, but we have a lot of self-doubt. We doubt ourselves a lot. We allow ourselves to get gaslit a lot because we are sensitive to other people, and when they say, "Hey, Karen, that was really fucking rude," we're like, "Were we? Oh my god, was I just rude?" Like we go in our heads and go, "Oh my god," when maybe we really weren't at all, or maybe we were justified, or whatever. Point being, what was I going to say? Oh, people will make comment and say things like, "Well, you need to check yourself. You were pretty rude, saying such and such to your mother," and it's like, look, it takes a lot of balls to get together, to get yourself together and get on YouTube and talk about these highly sensitive subjects. And then when people come at you and say, well, maybe it was you, that's just more gaslighting. And it might even be innocent. It could be unintentional gaslighting from an innocent party who was just looking at didn't know you, didn't know your background, saw this first video they ever saw and thought, well, you just sound like an ungrateful child. When you describe briefly, your interaction between you and your narcissistic parent, we got to let those people go. Or it might be another narcissist just trying to subtly frickin' just steal your power or your feelings of justification in yourself, and you know what happened, and it just makes you feel unstable. Like, was I? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It takes a great amount of courage to get online and talk about your narcissistic parental problems and how unsure of yourself you feel. And when people rush in and go, yeah, well, you should feel unsure because that's your mother. You should worship the ground she walks on because she went 9 months and then she nursed you from her breast and changed your diapers and did all this shit for you, and you're just an ungrateful little fucking cunt. Really? So that means that I should put up with her screaming at me and calling me stupid and what the F is wrong with me and you're lazy, you're no good piece of trash, and you're fucking your kids all up and what's the matter with you? Really? We're all adults here and this is how you're going to talk to me, mother, kind of thing. But people that's, innocent strangers on YouTube don't always know the whole story. And believe me, the people who have been through it, we have self-analyzed ourselves for decades. Since we were 3 years old, we have checked ourselves. We have noticed our responses. We have. So you don't need to leave those comments anymore. That's all I got to say in support of my friend. So they act like we've never thought about our part, and that's all we ever thought about until we finally realized one day, running across the narcissism problem on the internet in the world, that we went, oh, that is what happened to me. And then at first we don't believe it. For years, we're furious inside with ourselves. No, we weren't that weak. Oh my God, we beat ourselves up for 3, 4, 5 years before we even post a single video about it. So just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. People that don't get it, don't worry about it. If they're questioning you and your response to your narcissist, just say, A, they're innocent and they don't understand narcissism, or B, they're a narcissist. Dismiss it. Let's have a great day, YouTube.